Stay tuned until the end of this video for some of Abraham Lincoln's most famous quotes. Recognize the face on this humble penny? This is none other than Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of the United States, the preserver of the Union, the emancipator of slaves. But beyond these iconic roles, who really was Lincoln? Let's delve deep into his life, his struggles, and his accomplishments, demystifying the man behind the monument. Early life and upbringing. Born on February 12, 1809, in a one-room log cabin in Kentucky, Abraham Lincoln was the second child of Thomas and Nancy Lincoln. His early life was marked by hard work, and he received little formal education. Lincoln's mother's death in 1818 had a profound influence on him, and her teachings helped shape his future character. In 1830, the Lincoln family moved to Illinois, where Abraham's life took a significant turn. Early career and political entry. In Illinois, Lincoln worked a variety of jobs before settling on a career in law. He taught himself law by reading William Blackstone's commentaries and was admitted to the bar in 1836. Alongside, he also developed a keen interest in politics, serving in the Illinois state legislature as a Whig Party member. Marriage to Mary Todd and family life. Lincoln married Mary Todd in 1842. Together they had 4 sons, only one of whom, Robert Todd Lincoln, survived into adulthood. This section would delve into Lincoln's personal life and the tragedies that befell his family. Congressional career. Lincoln served a single term in the U.S. House of Representatives from 1847 to 1849. He gained national attention through his opposition to the Mexican-American War and his stand against the expansion of slavery. Election as President and Civil War. In 1860, Lincoln was elected as the 16th President of the United States. His victory led to 7 southern slave states seceding from the Union, triggering the Civil War. Lincoln's primary objective was preserving the Union, and he went to great lengths to achieve this. Emancipation Proclamation. In 1862, Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, a historic document that declared slaves in Confederate-held territory to be free. This move was a significant step towards the abolition of slavery in the United States. The Gettysburg Address. In November 1863, Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address, one of the most famous speeches in American history. It redefined the Civil War as not merely a struggle for the Union, but as a new birth of freedom that would bring true equality to all of its citizens. Re-election and the 13th Amendment. Lincoln was re-elected in 1864. His second term was mainly devoted to pushing the 13th Amendment through Congress, which aimed to abolish slavery entirely. His success in getting it passed is one of his most significant legacies. Assassination. In April 1865, shortly after his second term began and just days after the Confederacy's surrender, Lincoln was assassinated by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C. His death marked a tragic end to an incredible life of service. Legacy and influence. Lincoln is frequently ranked as one of the greatest presidents in American history. His leadership during the Civil War and his efforts to end slavery have left an enduring legacy. His words and actions continue to inspire and influence not just Americans, but people around the world. Here is a list of famous quotes attributed to Abraham Lincoln. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubt. The philosophy of the schoolroom in one generation will be the philosophy of government in the next. Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. I walk slowly, but I never walk backward. Whatever you are, be a good one. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. The best way to predict your future is to create it. I can see how it might be possible for a man to look down upon the earth and be an atheist, but I cannot conceive how a man could look up into the heavens and say there is no God. Discourage litigation. Persuade your neighbors to compromise whenever you can. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. I don't know who my grandfather was. I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. It often requires more courage to dare to do right than to fear to do wrong. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. I do the very best I know how the very best I can. And I mean to keep on doing so until the end. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. I will prepare and someday my chance will come. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. A house divided against itself cannot stand. With malice toward none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds. Thanks for watching.